Say cheese. Say cheese reaction. I don't really see too many people doing too many of these, right? I'm on that black excellence wave. Dog bought 4 Smoothie Kings. He explains how to turn 10K into millions. Bro started from the bottom. He fucking with the franchises. Let's get it. Who is you, my nigga? Introduce yourself. Vet
Oh man,
yourself,
here we
guy.
go. We're back. Whole new episode. This time doing something a little bit different. This story is amazing. I ran across this guy on Twitter. And it's crazy that now I know you through multiple people. It's crazy how small the world is. I seen an amazing story on Twitter. This guy, Skyler, he purchased 4 Smoothie Kings.
Yes, sir.
And this isn't a paid ad. Smoothie King didn't pay me to be here.
Nah.
He didn't pay me to be here. I just was, when I seen it, I was motivated. It motivated me, and I know that this story will touch everybody else. Even if it touches one person, you know, that's all it takes in this world. Just to touch one person will make a difference. So,
Cause this is the type of shit we gotta
appreciate you, man,
see
for
as a
coming
black
in.
community,
No
bro.
problem, man. I appreciate you having me.
If we didn't have people like this, I wouldn't even know this shit was possible. Niggas wouldn't even know this shit possible. Yeah, Charleston White cool. FYBJ man funny, but 10K in the millions. Nigga got 4 Smoothie Kings. He really working.
For everything, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
4
Appreciate it.
Smoothie Kings.
Yeah, 4, bro. 4. It's been a long time coming, man. It's been a long journey for sure.
When I know when everybody's seen it,
And who is it? You still don't even know his name,
the question
bro.
in our head is how.
How?
Because we don't, you know, going to school, growing up, they didn't teach us business credit. They
Right.
didn't teach us about having good credit. They didn't teach us financial literacy.
Right, right.
They didn't teach us anything. A lot of
Right.
stuff we had to learn ourselves.
Right.
We had to learn from going broke, learning from our mistakes. So the question I want to know is like how.
Man, you know what, bro? It's just always been in my DNA. Everyone has that person at high school where it might be the person that might sell CDs or candy or whatever that is. That was me. I was that guy. I was the CD man, the candy man, the DVD man. I was all of that. Yeah, a straight hustler, man. So it started in high school, man. And obviously, after high school, that's when I really, really, really got on the grind, man. And I can break that down for you if you want me to break that down.
Yeah, I do. And before we even get started into that, I can co-sign that because you were throwing parties.
Yeah.
And this was like the MySpace era.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that, because I know Trill, I know a lot of your friends, so it's like, you know, and I was throwing a little like parties after that, but I seen that shit from y'all guys first.
Yeah. So for the people that don't know, I am the creator of Dream Team. So people in our age bracket, they'll know what Dream Team is, Love Potion, those Dream Team parties and all of that. So it started with just me, my best friend Mike, one of my other best friends, DJ Trill.
Shout out to Trill.
And then that brought on Mook, Rich, Daryl, everybody else, man. Everybody else, AC, Marstar, the whole Dream Team crew.
Did you go to college?
Man, I went to Cedar Valley, bro, for like maybe a year and a half, and then I just stopped going. It just wasn't.
So from what it sound like, these he a generation above me. I don't know nothing about them clubs he just talked about. Nothing, none of that.
Dream Team days. I was that one walking around saying, okay, after we get this record deal and we get on, I'm going to buy some franchises. You know what I mean? So I always had it in my mind. So one way or another, I was going to get to it.
Right. So you drop out of community college. What do you do after that?
Man, so I'm just working a normal job, bro.
Who were you working?
I was working at Cohun, you know, at the Grand Prairie Outlet. So I was working there. And so funny story, this kind of is what really made me start hustling. So going back to that hustler mentality in high school, I was getting a good discount on shoes, and I was selling them. And I was selling them on eBay and all of that. So one day my boss pulled me in, and I guess he had that paper trail. And then he was like, what is this? What's going on? I explained, tried to get out of the situation, so he fired me on the spot.
Wow. That's crazy. So imagine, you work at Foot Locker. That's what all a nigga used to want to work at Foot Locker for. The discount so you could flip the Yeezys and flip the Jordan 1s and shit. They on some hating ass shit, bro.
At that point,
that shit was
I had
lame.
to make some shit shake. And from there, man, I just did my research. Just did my research on supply and demand, what people want and what people need. And so I was like, I already been hustling my whole life anyways. Let me just do it to the next level. So I was already doing stuff on eBay. So I was like, man, how about I just start buying a big bulk of something and just keep flipping it? You know what I mean? And that turned into just, it went crazy.
So you bought a whole bunch of pair of shoes?
It wasn't even shoes, bro. So I give you an example. Again, supply and demand. I was just thinking of just what do people want? What do people need? You can use something as an example of pillows. Everybody needs a pillow. You know what I mean? So I just was doing that research on Amazon and eBay and was just looking at the top selling items. And then from there, I went to, do you remember AliExpress and Alibaba and all that? I was like, okay, I see what people are buying on eBay. Let me go on Alibaba and AliExpress and see and make some connects from there. And from there, I just started out buying like 10, 20 items. I was
drop shipping. That's what it sounds like.
Micro SD cards, you know, that was big at the time. And I was flipping those, man.
How are you flipping them?
Just I would buy in bulk. I started with like 10. I bought them bulk from Alibaba and they sold. I'm like, okay. So then 10 went to 20. I'm like, okay. Then 20 just went to 100. And I'm like, damn, these are really, really selling. So from there, man, I started making a lot of money doing that. And that's just one of the sources of income that was coming in.
So do you feel like that wave is over, or you can still do that?
I feel you can still do that, bro. At the end of the day, e-commerce and all of that, anybody can do that. You know what I mean? And the way how I got to where I got to, I did all things that I think anybody, the average person, can do. You know what I mean? I feel like right now people could go on eBay and Amazon and do the same thing that I did back then and just look to see what are people buying and use that same formula.
What all did you flip?
But you know what? It's YouTube. That's what get in the way of it. Because you look at YouTube, you see all these people trying to sell you a course. You got all these people talking about join my Discord. And that's where they get all funked up. You got 100,000 people in one Discord. You like, man, this shit burnt, man. Everybody and their mama doing this shit. Ain't nobody... You know what I'm saying?
Man, I flipped SD cards, of course, shoes, freaking towels, just drying towels, just everything that you can think of that are everyday average things, man. And it got to the point to where at my height, man, I was pulling in at least 15, 20 grand a week. You know what I mean? Just doing that. You know what I mean?
And you're starting this from just straight scratch.
Just straight scratch.
So it ain't like you had like a big lump sum of money to play with.
None of that.
It's not like you're a trust fund baby.
None of that.
Like this is all from zero.
All from zero.
Because I know what they're gonna say. People look in the comments, they're gonna feel like you had a shortcut or a head start straight from zero.
Straight from zero. And then what I did from that money, I was like, okay, that's doing good. And then I'm a big sports fan, so I would buy season tickets and then I would start flipping those. You know what I mean?
You would sell per game.
Per game, yep.
And then hike the price up. Yep.
So you got to think. So that's two sources of income coming out. That's season tickets.
And bro, he just at the crib.
SD cards.
He at the crib doing this
like
shit
Mavericks,
too.
Mavericks.
I feel like that's a golden era, motherfucker. You talking about CDs? You have to stand at the corner and sell them bitches. You can buy the shit online and sell it online, nigga. These niggas 2020 what the 2010, 2011, 2012, bro, had to be them years.
Have a long waiting list.
Yeah.
How'd you get through that?
Man, so I did get lucky with that, man. My pops was a long time season ticket holder. You know what I mean? So I seen he was already, like you said, it's a waiting list. But as you know, you buy those season tickets, the longer you're there, you know what I mean? The easier it is.
Exactly. Yep.
And so I did that, and that was helping me out a lot. So that's two. And then what really, really set me over the top, bro, was stocks. And I'm sure you know a lot about stocks. Shout out to DJ Vlad, your boy. Yeah. I would always watch videos of him talking about stocks.
He gives a lot of game on stocks.
And I don't even know if
you
people...
in crypto?
A little bit, man. A little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm more
dipping and dabbing too.
Yeah.
Like, definitely Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Like, as much homework as I've done about everything, is like Bitcoin is like the top dog. Right. And it's just the projections that they're saying about that shit in like 5 to 10 years or what it could be.
Right.
So I'm just putting a little money in there. But let's go back a little. So the flipping you were doing, how much money, do you mind saying how much money you made off like the flipping at the end of the day? When it was all said and done?
Man, I had to at least make about 70, 80 grand from that. It was a nice short run,
Right.
but at least 70, 80
And
grand.
that started something
Just-
beautiful for you.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
that was part of it. So again, you got that money, you got the season ticket money, and then the stocks is what really, really, really set me up good. And with that, and I think everybody, I'm not saying anything new.
Talk about it, bro. Talk about it.
Amazon, Apple, Tesla, Amazon, Apple, Tesla, Google, man.
Okay.
If you just invest in those four,
You think it's too late now or no?
no, because the reason why I say that, you know about the stock splits.
Yeah.
So if you look, Tesla, Amazon, and Google, they just recently did stock splits. And for
Yeah.
people that don't know, for your people that don't know, stock splits are good. You know what I mean? Say you buy one stock. We'll just keep it simple. One stock. You hold on to that, let that price hike up really, really, really high. Then Google will come around and say, okay, we'll do a 20-for-1 split to where now you got 20 shares. And that's what really, really set me over the top with Tesla. I started out with maybe 30 shares, and I was just sitting there letting it grow and grow and grow. And when I got in, I think it was like maybe $189 a share at the time.
Yeah,
And it
this
just
shit
kept
had to
going
be
up
back
and up
when
and
I
up.
was in
And I said,
like
I'm
elementary, middle school.
never going to sell it. And then when Tesla did that 5-for-1 split, I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? That shit really helped. And then it went up again. And I'm not sure if you know, but Tesla did a split maybe, was it earlier this year, I think? So just hold on to those stocks. And when those stock splits come, you know what I mean? It's just more shares for you, and just keep letting it grow. So right there, that's 3 sources of income, and it started from nothing.
That's
you
crazy.
Know what I mean?
People may
That's
say,
beautiful, man. Shit ain't crazy, my nigga. That's beautiful. It don't sound like he had to work hard a day in his life for real. Nigga got fired for trying to flip shit. That's some crazy ass shit, man.
70, 80,000 is not a lot of money.
It's
It's
not.
not about the amount though, it's about what you do with it.
Right.
Like I see rappers blow through
Right.
$500,000 deals.
Exactly.
Right.
Nothing to show for it.
Right.
Grills, jewelry,
Right.
cars, which
Yep.
is cool. I
Yep.
mean, we're young. You kind of got to have an image if you're trying to make more money, because
Yep.
image does sell.
It does.
But
Same thing. Like, say if you in community college, you get your financial aid. Don't blow that shit on bait. Don't blow it on, you know what I'm saying? Don't blow it on shit, bro. You gotta know what to buy, especially if you ain't got shit. Cause the more shit that you do buy, when you do get that money back, it hold more value. Just to my young niggas, young kids, bro. If you get a lump sum of money, don't spend it on clothes. Buy something of value. Get you a PC that's gonna last you for some years, my nigga. The PC gonna last you for years, and you can create content now. Invest in yourself before you get all the clothes and all the extra shit.
it's about what you do with the money. It's not about the amount of money.
Yep.
And that's what a lot of people fail to realize. If you're a smart guy, will last longer with 20 grand than a dummy with 100 grand.
Nah, that's real.
So that's crazy to go from 0 to 80 and then still invest it into other things.
Yep.
Like, that's dope. So when did you decide, okay, I'm gonna move forward with the Smoothie King idea?
Right. And so after all of that was going on, that was always in the back of my mind. And so what I did was I started working in the restaurant business. So at the same time I'm doing all of this, I'm working in the restaurant
Doing
business.
your homework.
Yep. So I started at Wingstop. Well, really Williams Chicken. And everybody in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, they know about Williams.
For sure.
So I started at Williams, and then from Williams, I was managing it, learning up the game, soaking up the game, all of that. I went to Wingstop, and I'm like, okay. So going from Williams to Wingstop, that's a whole different ball game. Then from there, because at this point I was.
Which Wingstop? The one in Duncanville, or?
No. So this was all the way in Fort Worth.
Okay.
All the way in South Fort Worth.
He got that's where ain't that where Charles the White from, bro? He got the plugs and connections out there
and all of that, and the card, and I forgot where exactly, but over in there. And then the Wingstop was the one in Lancaster. And I was working there. It ended up getting robbed, so I was like, "Fuck
The one in Fort Worth?
No, the Wingstop in Lancaster.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So I was like, "Fuck that," you know what I mean? So
You were there?
I wasn't there, luckily, but still, I'm like, "Nah."
Was it one of them joints with a drive-through joint?
No. So what it was, it almost seemed like it was a setup on the cool. So they came through the back door when they were taking out the trash at night. I'm like,
somebody put in a word.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't know about that. So I ended up talking to the owner, and I'm like, hey man, you should probably get security or something. He wasn't really trying to hear me.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, fuck it. And then that's when I went to Smoothie King.
So the Wingstop, you were working there?
Yeah.
Okay, and then the place gets robbed, and then you go to Smoothie King.
Yeah.
And you're working for Smoothie King at that time.
Yep. So
wow.
I was working for Smoothie King corporate, and I was the store manager for the one in Arlington off of Cooper.
Okay.
And then from there, I turned into a multi-unit manager. So I was managing the one in Cooper, and I was managing the one in Dallas off of.
See, look, hey, it's a meme going around right now. Niggas talking about just put the fries in the bag. What that is? That a jab at the fast food workers, bro? If you a fast food worker and you don't go to school, do nothing, try to own a franchise, bro. It's opportunity of growth. Even when I'm applying for McDonald's, I'm looking at the orientation videos, looking at the owners. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, man, how the fuck did they own this shit? You feel what I'm saying, bro? Be that nigga. If all you want to do is put fries in a motherfucking bag, nigga, be the nigga, be that nigga. You feel me?
Off of Wheatley.
Come on now.
So I was managing those two, and then at this time, I started kind of talking to Smoothie King a little bit and telling them I want a franchise, just kind of putting that word out, man. And from there, I ended up going to Discovery Day. In Discovery Day, for people that don't know, Discovery Day is whatever you want to franchise, you got to fly out there, you'll listen to the CEO talk and just all of those different things. And they'll tell you all that information. And so I went to Discovery Day, and then in doing that, I was also looking around to see. Oh, no,
You're good. Should he keep going or stop? Okay.
So Discovery Day, I was doing that, and sorry, my bad. That threw me off.
No, you good. Go ahead.
But yeah, so everything was going on. I was talking to Smoothie King about I want a franchise. They were telling me what I needed to do, and it took a lot, but I finally got there. And there was one key thing that really took me over the top, and it's an amazing story with that.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I was already talking to, and this is for my first location, I was already talking to the owner, and I was telling the owner, I want to buy your store, because she was trying to get out, because she was also doing real estate as well. So I was telling her, like, I want to buy a Smoothie King. This is what I want to do. We kind of made an agreement on the price, and then we took it to Smoothie King, and they were like, okay. So then I went to the bank, and this is a key part as well for everybody. You got to get your credit right.
Yeah.
So
hopefully they get into the business credit aspect. That's something I'm just not newly opening up the doors for myself. 2020, late 2025, going into 2025, man. Hopefully they get into some business credit game, my nigga. That's what I'm looking for real.
Switch stories, but you gotta get your credit right. If you do not have your credit right, you're not gonna be able to get anything.
And it's crazy, some people, mamas and peoples, they put their name on like the bills and shit, so they credit just fucked up as soon as they turn 18. That's crazy, my nigga. But shit, ain't nobody in the hood that teaches like shit, this how you really do it.
Obviously, cash is king, and if you have cash, you can get anything you need to, but you gotta build that credit. And I like to tell everybody that don't have any credit established, get a secure credit card. Just start there. Just start somewhere. You gotta get a secure credit card.
What's the number? What number are they looking at as far as credit when you want to get into a franchise?
The sevens is cool, man. But I always look at it, especially because I'm black. I'm gonna keep it real. You gotta.
Right, because it's crazy he even mentioned that he black. I'm starting to think, just not growing up, like, motherfuckers don't see race for real. Like, motherfuckers get so much money, they probably don't even want to be racist. It's just like, niggas, you got your shit together. Is you vetted, bro? Can I look at your resume and see you about your shit, right? Especially when it comes to credit. Motherfucker, you could be any color. Apply for a fucking card, right? If you got the credit, especially online, they not gonna deny you because you black. This ain't like how it was back in the 80s and the 70s and the 60s where everything you had to be in person. Now they making it a little bit more sweet to where it's like, alright, fuck if the bank teller being an asshole that day and don't want to approve you. Nigga, this shit all machine automated, so
exceed expectations.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
you got to be 2 times as good as them.
You do. So I was coming in with an 800 plus credit score. You know what I mean? With the money to come with it. You know what I mean? And I still had obstacles. And so here's the kicker. I went to the bank and I got approved with them.
right.
I got approved with the current franchise owner that had my first location where she was the owner.
Right.
So we were working through all of that. I get all the way to the finish line for Smoothie King to say, nah, man, your net worth isn't there. You got the liquid cash, you got everything required, you got the credit score, but that net worth still isn't where we need it.
Some old bullshit. I feel like some shit like that'll happen to me. You feel me? I get so far, so deep into a project, it just be some little bitty ass shit like that'll just stop the whole operation.
So I'm like, shit. You know what I mean? What am I going to
Hate
do now?
that shit.
You know what I mean? I was like, I'm going to get to it regardless, though. And from there, have you ever heard of the show Undercover Boss?
Yeah.
Just so happens that while all of this is going on, and I didn't even know it at the time, they were doing an Undercover Boss episode for Smoothie King. So through there, I got to meet the CEO, all of this and that, and they liked my story about me trying to get a franchise, this and that. So I ended up being on there, and that sealed the deal, man. That sealed the deal. So I was right there, and I was going to get that franchise anyways, but that Undercover Boss episode, that sealed the deal, man. But if I was never on that show, it would have took about another year and a half because I was already there. This was around COVID. The equity in my home went up like 6 figures. You know what I mean? So all of it was already lining up. But that was the blessing in disguise right there. And from there, the CEO, I don't even know if you know this, but he's my mentor, man.
Wow,
so,
that's dope.
Yeah.
So how much capital do they want you to have?
So
I mean liquid cash.
Liquid cash, so 150.
Okay.
150. Which again,
You could do it as a rapper. You feel what I'm saying? Which again, motherfuckers get signed for $150 and throw it at a chain. Like, this is the type of shit that we need to know as a community. All these rappers, all these artists out here get signed for low numbers because maybe they in the hood, they in the trenches, and they need it. $150, nigga, shit. I don't even see that lasting 6 months for a nigga coming out the hood, bro. Let's just be honest. So make sure that y'all motherfucking do y'all. Make sure y'all got shit when y'all get y'all money, bro. Get shit. Don't just blow it. Get shit, cause that shit can always come back. Invest it, and having shit.
Depending on who you are, like an athlete, rapper, whoever, that's probably chump change. You know what I mean? But to the everyday average American, you can get there. And I just explained, you know what I mean, 3 different ways that I got to that point liquid wise, and I still kept my job.
Why Smoothie King? Why not a McDonald's? Or we all know Subway is the number one chain in America.
Right.
Why not? Why Smoothie King?
Man, health is where it's at. I'm big on health. I'm a vegan, so I already was big on health. Even working at chicken places, I was still a vegan, and so I said, you know what? I want to invest in something that I believe in, you know what I mean? Something that where the ingredients are great, you know what I mean? And quiet as kept, people don't even know, but Smoothie Kings make a killing. You know what I
Smoothie
mean?
King,
Like,
And y'all get every demographic.
Do they got that in
Yes,
Michigan?
people who don't
Smoothie
have money,
King.
people who do have
Yes.
money, y'all get every demographic, every excuse my
Smoothie
language,
King.
but fat, skinny,
No, for real.
black,
For real.
Hispanic,
For
white,
For real.
like you get everybody.
And the crazy thing is, people always think black people don't drink smoothies. Say, man,
Say.
And I don't even think people understand that there are some. I'm not going to say which locations in the DFW. I'll tell you off camera, but there's some that are like top 10 in the company right here in the DFW.
So was it? You got the first one. You have 4 now.
Yep.
Was it hard to get the second, third, fourth one, or once you're in, you're in?
Hell no. You already know how that go, bro. That shit ain't never how it go, dog. It's always just that first one that all the rest of them after that be.
Once you're in, you're in. I tell people all the time, once you get, so the hard part is getting that first one. Once you get that first one, man, the banks start
That's
calling
with
you. They start
anything,
saying,
bro. I swear to God, nigga, that's with anything, bro. Once you get that first one and you see what it take to get it, nigga, do it again, bro. Same thing with, starting a business. You start that first business, you get funded for the credit for that first business, my nigga. You like, damn, I'm gonna open up another one for some whole different other shit, bro. I got some, man.
Mr. Scholar, when do you want to open up the next one? You know what I mean? But again, you gotta lay that groundwork from the beginning. But after that first one, man, that second one is easy.
Is it hard to upkeep them? Are you stressed out, or is it just a well-oiled machine?
It depends on your managers, man. It depends on your managers. And see, that's another thing. I'm glad you asked me that. For anyone that wants to get into the franchise business, I always hear people say, yeah, man, I just want to put my money in it and just.
Because that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, shit, I got 150 right now. You want Scholar, you want to go? But it's like, damn, like how hard is it?
So it's all about your management. And honestly, you can take that route. I know a lot of franchisees that they still got a corporate job where they're making nice 6 figures and they're just got the franchises on the side. You know what I mean? So I will say that Smoothie King is definitely one of the easiest, I think, operations to run. If I'm just comparing it to Wingstop and Williams, Smoothie King is easy. You know what I mean? And it's very profitable. Labor's pretty decent as well. So it's not a lot to pay for protein powders and fruits and all of that. So it's definitely easy. And you got to think we're getting to AI and machines and stuff as
robots
well. So
and shit.
Exactly. So that's
you gonna hire robots or you gonna keep it natural?
Honestly, if I could keep it 50-50, man. And I say that because that could give the 50% the jobs to the people that really, really want to be there.
Yeah. Because a lot of these people that work at these jobs, they really don't want to be there. It's not passionate.
They don't want it.
So you want them people that want to be there.
Yeah.
Like, made me want to fucking go get a McDonald's job. Nigga.
People, or do you have the manager decide who they hire, or do you overlook everything?
So I overlook everything, but for my first store, I did everything. I was still the store manager. I did all the hiring. I did everything, payroll, everything. But as I continue to grow, my DM, my district manager, Pat, that's my boy. Shout out to Pat. He holds it down, man. He holds it down, and he gets everything going, man. So as long as you have a solid foundation, a solid manager, at least a district manager, and solid store managers, man, it's easy.
So what about friends and family that want to work, or friends and family that want a free smoothie? Like,
right.
How do you separate the? Because it's a lot of emotions in business.
Right.
There's a lot of people that they expect so much more from you now because of the things you have. They're not thinking about your feelings. They're not thinking about you going through your good days, your bad days. Everybody's money.
Right.
People want to work there.
Right.
How do you deal with that stress, or is it pretty cool?
So luckily for me, not much of my family and friends have came at me like that. And all of my friends that have came to support, they definitely came through, bought smoothies, and it's been good from that standpoint.
I mean, now that you don't say cheese, everybody,
Yeah.
you about to be all over the internet now.
Man, Man, yeah, no, man. So it's been good. Believe it or not, especially at my Duncanville store that I opened up earlier this year, man. It's been a bunch of people that I guess kind of know me, but don't know me that well, that are kind of the ones asking for discounts. And
Shout out to Say Cheese, bro. How many views this shit got? 100K views. This really, he dropped this shit at the perfect time because there's a lot of kids on the internet doing research and getting into the business mindset. First thing they might think of is a clothing brand, right? Not knowing that, okay, yeah, clothing brand, whoop, but you could go franchise mode on a restaurant. You feel what I'm saying? If you really got that drive in you, I don't see the difference. You feel what I really don't see the difference in between wanting to have a clothing brand and wanting to own a franchise, right? I feel like if it'll make sense to you if that's where your mindset is. Let me say that it'll make sense to you if that's where your mindset is. You don't really hear too many people talk about opening a franchise because you don't see that many people doing it. You see way more people starting clothing brands than you see them trying to get a franchise, and that's just what it is. But Say Cheese, he bringing that exposure, bringing them views to this type of information. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, it spark a wave, you know what I'm saying? That's what we're going into 2025 and beyond, 2030s. Spark a wave of young entrepreneurs that want them a franchise, bro, and dedicated and don't mind putting in that work and not trying to be like everybody else.
and shit like that. I've been having
they
people,
want that hometown love, man.
Yeah,
But it's like, man, I got bills to pay.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's people that's like, man, yeah, I went to church with his friend and shit, so give me a free smoothie. It's like, bro, I don't even know you. You know what I mean? But it's been okay, though.
What location? So you got a Duncanville location?
Duncanville location. I got 2 in Fort Worth as well.
Okay.
And obviously the newest one that's opening up next month is Wynwood.
Wow.
So everybody...
Wynwood. Where's that at?
Oak Cliff.
Oak Cliff? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Right off of Illinois.
Okay.
Yep. So everybody from Oak Cliff, y'all
That's
know exactly.
big.
Yeah, y'all know exactly.
And
what
you're
that's at.
smart for Fort Worth because little do people know.
Yeah.
I got real estate out there. Fort Worth is the fastest growing city right now.
It is. You know about the Chisholm Trail Rancher?
Yeah.
That's where.
The Olympics is going to be out there soon.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yep. So I got an Airbnb. I got land out there. Just sitting, waiting for the value to go up.
Yeah.
But wow, man. So what do you have to say to people? Let's say I come at you and I'm like, yo, Skylar, I got 150. Like, can you help me do this? Can we be partners on that?
Right.
Like, how do you handle that when people want to get in that space?
Man, first it just starts with I evaluate the person. You know what I mean? And one thing about it, the person has to be disciplined.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like one of those day one attributes that you just gotta have.
Cause you gotta. This don't sound like nothing that you could just throw $150 at, and your $150 just gonna work for you. You gotta want to have to sit through the meetings, sit through the Zoom calls, do all that boring ass shit, bro. I'm pretty sure there's different places to invest your 150. If this not where, you know what I'm saying. He worked for fucking Wingstop and Smoothie King and was doing all that. He was already doing that, bro. He was already doing that, gang. This is something that he wanted to do when he first started working for these companies. So you can't just come at him with $150 just like, hey, turn my shit to $1 million. Nigga, I need 4 fucking... Nah.
You know what I mean? You gotta be disciplined. Like,
Gotta have structure.
you do. And the reality is, if you don't have that structure and discipline, you're not gonna make it in this business. You know what I mean? I know people that have franchises that went broke, and that's because they're not disciplined. And the thing about it, and where you can really get tricked with franchising, is that money coming in every single day. You're getting multiple deposits every day. So imagine one store, you're getting multiple deposits every day. You get all this money coming in, and you know, you gotta, but as much as it's coming in, it's coming right back out as well, because you gotta pay bills, royalties, and it's a lot of bills that come with it.
Explain the royalties thing.
So Smoothie King is gonna take out their percentage. They're gonna take out 11% total. So they're going to take out a percentage for their royalties just for using their name. They're going to take out a marketing fee. They're going to take out a technology fee. So they're taking out all of that, which that's any franchise, you know what I mean? So they're taking out all of those fees. So you got that on top of all of your utilities.
So when you understand, right? So when you got a business and you understand how business bank accounts work and business credits work and cash flow and all of that, you can kind of see what he talking about. Or you kind of see what he talking about and understand how this shit work and how you make your money and shit like that. And why being disciplined is a great thing, because it's at the end of the day, nigga, you responsible for supplying the stuff that your stores need. So yeah, you getting deposits every day. You get $500 today, but rent for your location might be $1,500 or something like that. So that, you know what I'm saying?
Costs,
like
labor
that.
costs, and so that's why
Labor
it's really
costs, motherfucker. You gotta pay your employees.
easy to get caught up because you're seeing all of this money, because it's a lot that's just coming in every single day. But everybody,
You gotta keep reinvesting.
you got to keep reinvesting. Do not spend all that money, because you got to dish it right back out.
So do you have a partner or a wife or girlfriend who helps you keep you grounded, or?
Yeah, nah. So I got a wife, man, and she's actually an attorney. So she holds it
that's
down,
solid.
man. So yeah,
She watch over
That's a
all
team.
all
everything.
Of that, all of
That's
that.
a
You just
real
come straight
team.
to her.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that saves me a lot of money as well, man. So, and she's smart as shit too, man.
Man, congrats.
She's smart. I appreciate it, man. So, and we started all that from the bottom, man. She's from the Grove, bro.
Okay.
So a Grove to an attorney, man. So we're getting it out the mud, bro.
Yeah.
That's what's
But-
up. That's what's
But
up.
yeah,
for
bro.
real.
You moral of the story, you gotta have that structure. You gotta. To me, I feel a woman makes you better. You know
Definitely.
what I mean? And-
Definitely. And women can see bullshit
They-
before
they
men
do.
do.
They do.
They can see like, man, don't trust that person.
Yeah.
Or it's like
Yeah.
some weird intuition
Yeah.
they have.
And the thing about it, she'll tell me certain things, and I'm just like, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit right
Yeah.
now. But she be right. So
Mhm.
it's like, man, you gotta listen to your woman.
The women know. And all the billionaires, millionaires you see, they have a woman next to them,
Yeah.
or a team of women
Yeah.
that help them become, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's facts.
So
bro.
that's solid. Which location does the best, or are they all, it varies from month to month?
Right now, I would say my one in Fort Worth, man, that over in the Chisholm Trail area.
Okay.
The shops Chisholm Trail is right. Matter of fact, right by Crowley, North Crowley. Yeah, that one's. Yeah, all of them are doing really good though, bro. But that one, man,
That's by
the
school?
one. You said what?
Is that by a school?
It is. It's right by North Crowley. So that one's doing good. The one in Duncanville though, I just opened it a few months ago, but that one's creeping up, man.
Yeah.
So I think the one in Duncanville is going to catch up to the one in Fort Worth really, really soon, man.
Do you plan on expanding even more?
Oh yeah, man. The plan is 25 stores.
25
25
stores.
stores. And the thing, going back to the CEO being my mentor, man, every time we meet up, every time we talk, he's always reminding me, Skyler, you said 25 stores, you got to get to that 25.
Wow.
Yeah.
You see how Casanet, you know who that is, the
Yeah,
streamer?
yeah.
How they have like they do like he has his own Big Mac.
Yeah.
Like, who decides that? Is that that's not like a location thing, right?
Right,
That's
right.
more of a like higher
Yeah.
corporate decision.
Yep. Higher corporate decision, man. And Smoothie King, they got a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline for sure, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
So it ain't like you can make up like a say cheese drink. You can't do that.
Well, I mean, you technically can.
You know, I'm trying to get my bid in, man. Shit.
I mean, you technically can, man, and you definitely can, bro.
So you could do that. Like, you could pick. Do you have to ask them for, like, okay, the menu?
Mm-hmm.
They have to approve it.
yeah.
Okay.
So for instance, at my locations, or say just the Dallas locations, if you wanted to do like a say cheese smoothie, you technically could do that. It would be one of those things where you would have to go to the corporate office and talk to them about it, pitch your idea. But no, that is definitely something.
So I'm just trying to get the idea, because it's like, okay, because you're using their name, they kind of have to approve on
Right,
it. I
right,
get it.
right.
Okay. That,
Right, so communication, you know, just to give me some insight. I know I ain't been talking for a minute, but communication, your communication skills got to be up there. You got to know how to send emails and talk on the phone and send voice messages because so and so's message, is full and all of that. You got to know how to communicate. You got to know how to represent yourself because that may be the first time, your first impression on some of these people, bro. You got to understand, you going into these corporate offices, they don't know who the fuck a Say Cheese is. Never heard of a Sean Cotton or whatever you might have going on for yourself, whether it be for Smoothie King or whatever, bro. Communication, you can't be no dumbass, illiterate motherfucker. You gotta know how to write an email. ChatGPT, shout out ChatGPT.
That makes sense.
Right. So, but nah, man, the sky is the limit. So I wouldn't sell yourself short on that.
So what? Outside of
and I'm sorry to cut you out. For an example, a franchisee out in Atlanta that I know, and shout out to Philip, man. He was one of the first ones to talk to me and give me the game about Smoothie King. He just did a partnership with 2 Chainz, bro. So to that point, I think they got something going on. So to that point.
And where is he based out of?
Atlanta.
Okay, cool.
So he's killing it, man. He got, I don't know if he want to put his business out there like that, but man, he got some Marco, Salada, Smoothie King. So he's killing it. So to that point again about franchising, once you get started with that one, man, I don't even think people understand.
Because I see Rick Ross with all the wing stops. It's like,
shout out to Rick Ross, man.
Like, yeah, that nigga got like 20 of them bitches.
Though, and I know after this interview, everybody's gonna hound you.
Yeah.
Your social people gonna DM you.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna come to you for some game.
Man, man.
I don't want no free game. I wanna, hey Scholar, what we gotta do? I got the 150. Right. You got the plug. You already in.
Man, let's talk, man. Let's
talk. I definitely do want to come because I got money that, I love investing. I'm a risk taker.
Right.
Like I don't believe in saving money. Saving money to get to the next step.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't believe in money just sitting.
Right. Man, I got to tell you about this deal off camera, man. It's like, man, if I would have met you about a year ago.
Oh my God.
I'll tell you off camera.
But it's never too late, though.
It's never too late. It's never too late.
It's never too late. Without getting into too many details, is would you say being a franchise owner is life changing financially?
It's life changing, bro.
How many does it take to be life changing though? 1, 2, 3, 4?
It depends on the person's mindset. For me, the first one changed my life to where I went from okay, this is cool to making good money to where I'm like, damn, okay. You know what I mean? This is life changing. But when that second one hit, I was like, okay, shit, now I can buy what I want to. I can drive whatever car I want to drive. I can go wherever I want to go across the country. I can buy really what I want to buy.
This is what, not the street shit.
Yeah.
Being disciplined, having structure. There ain't no money. You ain't no money in the streets, man.
Right,
I'm just keeping it real.
You know, so I ain't even gonna pause it,
sit
bro.
on this couch that don't got no franchise.
I ain't even gonna pause it, guy.
And I mean, and I'm not trying to pop my
something
shit
that
like
I probably said I need to hear.
Pop your shit.
Bro, I'm living better than a lot of these rappers.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I mean?
Talk your shit, Scott. Talk your shit now. No, I'm fucking around.
And I don't think people know that. I think maybe in our community, I don't think that we know about franchising like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think in our age bracket, I think we know, but the younger generation, I don't think they understand.
It scared me for a little bit because in Texas towards Oklahoma, I tried to get a McDonald's before, but they I didn't get accepted.
Right.
So I'm like, damn, it just scared me. That's why I asked you about the loopholes and how much you need, and because being black is really hard.
It is.
And I think people don't know, for one, you're right. And then I think for two is even if you do have money, it's we know that we're not going to get accepted anyways.
It's almost like a club almost.
Yeah, it's you know what I'm saying? It's the who's who.
Yeah.
So that's why I really wanted to sit down with you so the world could see that it's possible.
Yeah. It's possible, man. And again, the amount of money that comes in, man, it's just, it's life changing, man.
Outside of Smoothie King, if you had to pick any other franchise, what would it be?
Man, there's a lot. One that's not a franchise that I wish it was, that I would do in a heartbeat, is Salad and Go. Have you heard of Salad and Go? So salad.
Yes, I have.
So it's just a drive-through. You can order through the app. It's just
Very
salad.
few of them though.
Yes,
I see.
very
It's not a
few
lot.
of them.
It's
And
not a lot.
see, and that's the thing. I'm thinking like, man, if I put one here, you know, my mind's already going, man.
If you had to pick between Chick-fil-A and Chipotle, what would you pick?
Chipotle. Nah. I'm gonna take that back. Them Chick-fil-A lines be slapping. I ain't never seen no line for no Chipotle, but them Chick-fil-A lines be crazy.
That's a hard one. Chipotle doesn't franchise, so that's the only thing.
They don't?
They don't franchise. If they did, I would already be owning the Chipotle. But if both of them did franchise, I would say you can't go wrong with either one.
But we got so many. Hold on.
Juggling multiple client sites? Supercharge your productivity.
We got so many
'Cause the
motherfuckers franchising and having franchises and shit. Fuck that. It's time for a nigga to start his own chicken spot. You feel me? Start your nigga. We need a wing stop. Something. You feel me? Something, nigga. How about you start your own one now, nigga? You right here.
UV.
Whatever your name is.
The AUV for Chick-fil-A is higher though. You know what I mean? So if you're just going off of the AUV, which is the average unit volume per store, if you're just going off of that, then I would say Chick-fil-A. But you got to think Chipotle also has a higher check average count. So check average count meaning the customer is going to come in there for a bowl or whatever and a drink and everything. They're going to spend about $15. You know what I mean? So
Right.
And Chick-fil-A's are not in the hood either. Like, it's crazy.
it's getting there though.
They're getting there,
Yeah.
but it's like, cause I got, like I said earlier, I got land, and when they built the Starbucks and the Chipotle,
Yeah.
in the same zip code as my land went up.
Yeah, yep. Hey, that's the thing to know for everyone out there. If they built that Starbucks and that Chick-fil-A, you already know what's going to happen to that area.
It's gentrified.
Yep.
Gentrification's coming.
Yep. So it's either way it goes though, man. It's I'm gonna say this again to everyone that's watching. I would highly suggest y'all look into franchising because it's a lot of money to be made, and I don't even think.
Hell
people understand.
yeah.
So Salad and Go is one.
Salad and Go if
And
they
name
franchise.
another one.
Let's see, man. I don't want to name any.
One thing I'm very interested in is the cannabis industry. I love smoking weed. I'm the type of nigga grow some weed. So, weed channel coming soon. Just stick around. Fuck with me, man. I'm fucking with the business and the YouTube at the same time. This the type of game I'm hearing from these motherfuckers. Hit that like button, man. Subscribe. Stick around, bro. Shout out to dude. Free game, basically. Like, I done ran it down the whole video. This was a great video. Shout out Say Cheese. Hit that like button.